Hey friends, my name is Daniel and it is time to induct Evil Dead 2 into the Halloween Hall of Fame. Evil Dead 2, to put it bluntly, is a masterpiece of horror comedy, slapstick, inventive filmmaking. It is Sam Raimi's true arrival into the movie landscape. This is a movie that if you're in love with filmmaking, you've got to pay attention to, because the techniques that go into making this movie work end up making it better as a result. It's one of those things where you can look behind the scenes, behind the curtain, and realize what's going on, and you realize how much work it took to make this thing happen and how much effort it took to pull it off. I love the kind of movies that you can kind of see how they were made, because it makes you want to make movies, and so you kind of further this artistic endeavor that we've been dealt in for another since 1900s, you know? Evil Dead 2 is sort of a sequel, but it's also a remake of the original film. To me, it kind of reeks of Sam Raimi wanted to do these things with Evil Dead 1, but instead they weren't able to do it basically because of budget, because of the limitations they had at the time. And so right now, with a little bit more cred, they were able to really push the boundaries on what, you know, this kind of filmmaking could be, especially the special effects. I mean, if we're talking special effects of the 80s, you're talking The Thing, An American Werewolf in London, and Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2 just has that spirit of invention. They mention in the documentary on the behind the scenes, it basically feels like a summer camp. That it's a bunch of friends coming together, goofing off, having a lot of fun making these things and bringing them to life, whether it be the puppetry, whether it be the forced perspective, the stop motion, you've got the plaster cast, you've got the models of the people that are in it, the prosthetics, everything, basically every trick in the toolbox is employed in order to make these illusions come to life, and it really just comes off in the filmmaking. I didn't mention this was kind of like a sequel slash remake. The first part of the movie seems like a Cliff Notes version of the Evil Dead, you know, the cabin in the woods. People go to a creepy cabin, find something they shouldn't mess with, and end up getting messed with by the demons in there. But the thing with Evil Dead 2 is it takes a more psychological haunted house approach, where now instead of a bunch of teenagers trying to survive in the woods, it's Ash, played by Bruce Campbell, trying to keep his mind intact, trying to keep, you know, sane during all the craziness. Now the demon, you know, in the first movie, it was the demon creeping in and using other people to slowly make its way into this establishment. Now it's in the house. Now it's here, now it's in the walls, now it's in the floor, now it's everywhere. And so Ash is trying to kind of sustain this barrage of madness and insanity that's coming towards him, and it's just fantastic. Halloween is not really there just to scare you, to not make you want to go outside or not make you want to participate in it. There is that participatory fun. You love being part of Halloween. You love setting up decorations, trying to spook people, because ultimately at the end of the day, it's about your personal stamp. It's about your creativity. It's about what you can put into making someone scared. And that fun, I believe, is the spirit of Halloween. And when you watch Evil Dead 2, God forbid if you do not see all the work, all the fun, all the joy, all the Scooby-Doo meets Three Stooges meets Roger Corman and Nightmare on Elm Street influence that came from Sam Raimi. That movie is his. If you want to talk about auteur filmmaking, this is a way to look at that in a way that doesn't seem too, like, hoity-toity, or you have to go internationally or overseas to see how someone's influences and how someone's personality can be infused into a film. If you're a filmmaker and you feel like you're just from a regular suburban town, or maybe even like our inner city or something, you can find somebody like Sam Raimi who just put so much of his personality into the film and really brought that out. And because he brought that out, he revolutionized the horror genre. He made the best version of the horror comedy. And my friends, that is Evil Dead 2. So that's all I've got. Evil Dead 2 more than earns its spot into the Halloween Hall of Fame. I'm going to continue this series throughout October. Every Monday or so in October, I'm going to put out another video for a movie that I think should be included in the class of 2019. So stay tuned for that. If you want to keep talking and learning about movies with me, go ahead and subscribe down below. But right now, it is time for you to choose your own adventure between one of these videos. On the left is my Blu-ray update for the month of September, where I give away a free digital code. And on the right is the review for the Joker movie, which I wasn't quite the biggest fan of. You've got your decision to make, and I hope to see you all next time.